Right now, ABC 57 investigates a new bill moving through the Indiana State House. It could have a major impact on public safety and how smaller police departments operate here in Michiana. ABC 57's Kevin Wormhold live in studio with why some local police leaders fear the consequences of it all. Kevin?
Yeah, that's right, Brian. House Bill 1186 has rattled some police department leaders across the state. It contains crucial changes for Tier 2 trained officers that could limit certain police powers. The biggest impact will be on the smaller departments which operate and function on smaller budgets and depend on reserve and part-time officers.
The pride is for us to be able to provide the community of Wakarusa service that they pay for. And if you start restricting reserves and our reserve unit goes down, then you know, it's hard to say what will happen.
Tim Hirschberger is the marshal of the Wakarusa Police Department and has a full-time staff of 7 Tier 1 officers. The department also relies on 6 unpaid reserve officers who are Tier 2 certified. That means that they passed a condensed version of the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy.
They cover shifts for us. It's not just working special events, and it's not just being visible. They actually come out, and on average they're working 8 to 10 hour shifts for us, covering shifts that our people are off full-time, the full-time people are off, or they're on vacation.
Tier 2 officers have arrest powers like any other officer and are critical for smaller departments like Wakarusa, which have to provide police services on a smaller budget. Indiana House Bill 1186, written by Republican Representative Steve Bartles, would change Tier 2 or Tier 3 basic training requirements.
This House bill, it will be very detrimental to us.
It could restrict Tier 2 officers and prevent them from working on or off duty outside the department that hired them.
They're talking about jurisdiction, and if one of our officers, a reserve, is requested to go outside of the city limits, the town limits of Wakarusa, to go to another officer in need, well, there's going to have to be an agreement.
Hirschberger says sending his unpaid reserve officers to Tier 1 training would require an extra 10 weeks away from their day jobs, likely causing retention problems and deterring people from joining in the future. He also says losing the reserves could impact service, the budget, and potentially safety.
When the people of our community, when they see a reserve that's on duty, they see full-time, because we say it, we all wear the same uniform, we all look the same. There's words in this House bill that are just very confusing to me. I sometimes think it's an overreach of legislatures that are trying to restrict, you know, smaller agencies of what you can and cannot do, and I'm just really fearful of that.
Hirschberger says legislators should let law enforcement leaders determine what they need.
It's clearly not easy for somebody who wants to serve a community to do it for free. And now you're telling these people it's not good enough. Now you got to be better, because that's what it is to me. They're saying, hey, 40-hour pre-basic, all the mandated hours that you do each year, it's no longer good enough.
The bill was recently sent to the Committee on Courts and Criminal Code. I reached out to the Representative Steve Bartles, who is from Crawford County in southern Indiana, and wrote the bill for an interview, but he was unavailable. Reporting live in studio, Kevin Wormhold, ABC 57 News.